Hi students, welcome back onto our online web tutorial powered by BMK Technologies. In our previous class, we were doing basic tags, and in this tutorial also we will continue on basic tags. Previous class we discussed about paragraph and heading tags, which are very essential tags in programming or in web development. Still now we are still on the HTML series. Once we finish it, we will be going to CSS bit by bit. So having said that, these tutorials are always accompanied by theory to give you the concept of what you are doing, and then it's also accompanied by practical. So please do like and support our channel, and then help us to grow this channel with you. You can subscribe, like, and share with your friends. So without wasting much time, we set basic tags. We have another tags which are also part of the basic tags, that are break tags. We say they are tags which they help us to make a new line. Okay, for instance, when we write a lot of text, so they are tags which they help us to move the sentence, or move a line of sentence to another new line below. For instance, let's say we have a whole paragraph, and then once we write, for instance, though the browser it have a default setup, once the writings they reach at the edge of the end line, it will move to the next line. Okay, but let's say for instances we don't want that, we don't want it that. We want to make sure that we move the line by our own automation. So we have to use this break tag here. Okay, so HTML break tags, we say HTML break tags are defined within. Okay, this is how it is, so this tag is different from those other tags which normally is to have a closing and then an opening tag. This tag is a self enclosed tag, which it doesn't require any closing tag. This is how it is. By this it can do the function that is required of it. So we can also declare inside or outside a particular statement. For instance, in this statement here, we can also set my day of success is near, and I can't wait to. So you see where I put the tag here, it breaks the sentence between grab it on my arms. Okay, so meaning grab it on my arms. Once I display it in the browser, the grab it on my arm will be below this first sentence, my day of success is near. So that is the function of it. We can also bring this break tag and we put it just after the p here. So meaning that one, it will not break the sentence, or it will not put the sentence in two lines. It will allow the sentence to be in single line, and then by putting it here, it will create another break line, or it will create another new line within another paragraph that we are creating. So continuing on the tags, as we said, we will discuss the theory, then we move to the practical. So we have another tag which we call the div, or the div, or the span, however you may pronounce it. In HTML, these div and spans are very important. We say they are tags that divide your content in block form. Okay, so for instances, when you are coding, you can use these span tags to arrange or to organize your work. You can use, let's say, if you can use the span, by using the span you apply some HTML classes or ID to name that particular division, or that body, that block tag. You close it and you go to another part, also you open another div or the span. So what they do actually is they make your web file in a block content form. Okay, so that the files or the information that you put in your web file will follow next to each other according to the way you define it, according to its declaration. Like in some programming language, it says, or in C++, for instance, is when you create a function and then you declare it, like those functions, they are declared according to the way you put them, according to their declaration. So in this HTML also, the div and the span, the way we arrange them, that is how it will follow. It will follow a top-down approach. Okay, so the first div will be displayed first before the one that the second one. So we say they do not do any effect, but by default they are block display next to each other. Okay, they are more useful when combined with CSS. For instance, when we create a div tag, Within the div tag, we can create a class ID or a content ID and give it a name. Okay, so by that name we will able to access that div block within our HTML file from the CSS, and we apply the necessary stylings. So we say the syntax, div, this is how it is defined, what it contains. For instances, like if I write here div, so whatever we have to put here or whatever we want to display, let's say we want to display an image, we have to put it here where we have this green color, what it contains. The span also is the same thing. Okay, so these do nothing tags, there are many. There are tags which they don't do anything. They just help you to organize your work in your Visual Studio Code, or in your Sublime, or in your text editor, so that you will able to know this part is header tag, this part is the section tag, this part is a footer tag. Okay, because HTML need to have a header tag, meaning the navigation. Sorry, a website need to have a header tag, which is the the navigation panel. It also need to have a section or a body section tag, which will be the main content of your website. And then it will also have a footer normally used to contain some basic information or some important links which you can click and access another page within your file. And then so many other things. The script here is also a do not tag. This is normally used when we have an external javascript code. We use this script, okay, so that we use the script with scr, or then we can only use the script, only the script, and then we put our javascript code within the html. Okay, so once we start doing it, you understand that we also have article, a place where you can add your articles, or let me say your news contents and other stuff. Span, we already explained it, and the div are already explained. So continuing on the HTML basic tags, we also have another tags which we call the links. Very, very important tags. Normally when you enter in a web browser, you will sorry, when you enter in a website, for instance your school website, your school portals, or let me say e-commerce websites, when you enter in them, you will see so many tabs. Okay, the navigation tab, you click on about us, you click on news. Okay, it will load different pages. Those pages are connected through this html feature, which is links. So our tags that connect us to another page, we say html links are defined with the a tag. This a tag is a reference tag. Okay, so once we click on it on our editor, we open brace, or let me say for instance, normally some of our editors are automated. We don't need to write an open brace or this symbol. We just write a, it will give, you will see it will start. Once you click enter, it will write the whole function of this. So if you look at my this a tag, this is how it is going to be a href. Href is talking about the reference from where it is coming from. Then let's say this is the link I want somebody to access within the website. So once I see http bmktechnologies.netlify.app, if I display this in the browser, once somebody click this, okay, provided I'm having internet connection, it will log you into this website. Okay, so that is what they do. They connect between pages, or between different sites within the internet. Okay, you can have your own website. You use links to connect to your Facebook accounts. You use link to connect to your WhatsApp, to your TikToks, to your Instagram, to different social medias. That is done by the link. Okay, we also have another basic tags, which is image. In our websites, or in our e-commerce websites, when we enter into the internet in a particular website, we do see images, okay, accompanied by a whole lot of text. Okay, the image normally tell us a lot about, because the image is something which once we see, we know that before we even read, we understand what the image is talking about. So in the html have a feature of adding images into your websites uh, automatically without using html, and you can also even do some stylings and other stuff by using only the HTML. HTML alone have a lot of functionality. That is why we said HTML with CSS. Okay, so we said are tags that help us to add image to our websites. HTML images are defined with, this is how it is. The image tag also is also a self enclosed tag which does not have anything like a backslash, and then you have